You like Trump? Good girl. You like Biden? Come on, man. We cheated. Alright, good evening. The dreaded Texas Star 16, 316. Lord Jesus. I hate these damn things. I know I say I hate them right now because it didn't give me a little bit of trouble, but they really are. They suck. Uh, and it's a lot more forms of measurement than just reflect back towards the radio. You got to reflect back towards the amp too. A lot of people don't show that because they just show it on a dummy load. Alright, I can put this on my dummy load and it show perfect. No reflect back from the antenna. None whatsoever. Well, as soon as you hook it up to the antenna, it of course going to be a little bit of reflect. Well, you can actually tune it and it show no reflect on a dummy load, and I'll demonstrate that here in a minute. But it can have a little bit of reflect, or it can have a lot of reflect coming back from that antenna. Well, I try to tune every one of mine out the best I can to get that out of it. It's, I don't know, just something that I do. A lot of people, like I said, they don't tune on their antenna. I do. It's because I can't afford a high price damn dummy load for one damn thing. Another thing is I'd rather run it in a real world, run it on a, real world factor. I mean, if I can put it in your car and tune it in your car, or put it in your house and tune it in your house, yeah, you can put outlet tuners and everything on this and dial it in like you do a tube amplifier. But they're a little touchy, and transistors don't like that too much. I mean, you do a little bit, but I got some buddies down the road, Hondo being one of them, that get on a tube amplifier and tune it every day, to get just a smidget more out of it than it had. And of course, when you key on it for like an hour and get it good and hot, it's going to start falling off, and I don't know. That's a whole nother can of worms on that subject, but these are touchy. They don't like that too much. My personal amp, I run a tuner on it, but that's just me. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I try to. Alright, all new transistors in this. These are 1200s. I tried 1500s. I tried 1000s. I've come back to 1200s. Input tune changed a little bit. Output tune on this one, I don't know why this one was like this. This one was pretty much stock when I got it. I think I took the transistors out of it and everything. This one from factory was tuned with 50 puff. That's 2 metal clads instead of 3. That's around 50 puff the way they got that, what my meter reads it. I took the cats apart and looked at them, and it's, when you divide it, this is what it's going to be. But I added some 120s there to it. I've tried everything I can do to get it down, and I think I've got it down decently well. Pretty good. Well, I read first off. I can show you on a dummy load. All right. Well, let's go back to the antenna. I don't know what it is, but on channel 14, it was on channel 34, but on channel 14, it's actually 15 today. I got some noise.
Watch your way back at top, North Carolina.
But I don't know what that noise is. I don't know where it's coming from. Somebody might have dropped the radio out on me or something. I don't know. Don't really care. But I'm going to show you how this does on dummy load. Turn the switch box to dummy load. What I want you to look at is the this was reflect towards the radio, reflect back towards the amp. This is output on the amp. Reflect back towards the amplifier. I mean, you'll see this go up a little bit. It is on 50 watt slug. On some antennas, you'll see it go up a little bit. I call it a bounce back. You'll see here in a few minutes. Just on dummy load, which that's a perfect antenna. Audio. Hello. Hello. This is a 2500 watt slug and but this thing when I'm looking at the reflect back there. I got a drive amplifier hitting it. Oh, I'm hitting it with about 100 watts, and it's doing about 1100. But you see the reflect there. Hello, hello, barely move. Little reflect there, half a watt, but hell, it's putting out put out 1100, and you're getting a quarter watt of reflect. Alright, on the antenna. This is on my antenna now. My Mr. Corley. And I think I could add a little bit more coax link to it and get this out of it. Sometimes you have to add coax on the output or either input side of it. Sometimes, and it'll start looking better. And I didn't already added the six footer in there, and it looks a little better already. I was seeing a decent amount, but it would swing back to nothing. And it's kind of doing that now, but I'd like to get them as good as I can get them. Alright, same drive. Like I said, 2500 watt slug there, so you're reading that top scale. This 50 watt slug, you're reading that. So, but it's try to get them to have nothing. I try to. Sometimes they got a little few, but it ain't gonna hurt nothing. Reflect there, you don't want to have much because you want to go back and hit your radio or your driver amp. Alright. Audio. So that ain't too bad. Audio. Hello. Still wanting to swing back down. Audio. 1 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Alright. What Texas Star is pretty bad about this, especially the bigger amps. And it's kind of a bitch to tune them out of it. Way we build them, you can tune them out of it a little bit easier. This, this is a 2-peel section, 2-peel section, 2-peel section, 2-peel section. You combined this one, and this one together right here. And then you combine this one and this one right here. And then you take in whatever comes out of these two, which that's a 5-to-1 transformer or combiner. You go from there to here, which is another 5 to 1, which is the input side. I guess I butchered that, but it's the input side. It comes in here, goes through here, comes up through here, goes through this splitter, because it's splitting it. It's splitting it off, and that's dividing it to these here. And then on like an amplifier we build, we kind of cancel it out with capacitance here. And then when we go back here to this here, we cancel it out again before it goes to the main combiner. And then you do your inductance and all that stuff then. I don't know. I know this thing's been an ass with a hole in it. It's okay. It's running like it's supposed to. I don't know. I've done a power wire upgrade. This is a bus bar for it. Kind of done the way BBI done his. I've seen him do it 2 or 3 different ways. I've done it 2 or 3 different ways. It's got a ground bar here in here, and the ground comes in, goes to there, and distributed off with 2 16-gauge wires. I had somebody comment the other day saying 16 gauge is not enough. It would, you know, you got 1 to each board. Before you didn't even have that. You had a 10-gauge wire coming down through you, and I think it's 4 of them, but then your ground is only 1, or maybe 2 little wires. I don't forgot. But whatever. But this is silver Teflon. You got copper, then you got silver as your next, and then gold. They carry their most current. But he said he hadn't never seen anybody use 16 gauge for power wires, or to run from the bus bar to the back of the transformer, I guess. But here's a fat boy, 16 gauge. You know how many Dave maids and everything I've been in and used 16 gauge from there to there, which is as long a run. But then again, I think this is way better. Opinions like assholes. Everybody's got one. So that's how it is. Alright, I done had enough of this son of a bitch. I think it's doing the best I can get it to do. Moral of the story: they're nice to look at, but they're a bitch to work on. Yep. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Like I said, I think I'm about the only one out there that I hear that actually tunes it on the antenna. And I try to get my antenna set up as best as possible can, to have no reflect and all that stuff back. I know it's aggravating, but I don't know. I know when this amp leaves here, more than likely the person's going to hook it up on that antenna. It's not going to run it on a dummy load. I've never seen anybody talk to anybody on a dummy load other than talking to a person named Dummy Load. His handle's Dummy Load. Which, shout out to you. What up? Yes, actually a person out there's handle's Dummy Load. Cool ass guy. But yeah, it's just the way it is, the way I see it. Alright then, later.